going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Was just watching A Football Life with Troy Aikman, my favorite quarterback, because that's who I grew up on. Him, Emmitt Smith, Jay Novacek, Michael Irvin, Alvin Harper, Darren Woodson, Nate Newton, James Washington, Bill Bates at the beginning of it, the safety, number 40, that was left over from the Danny White era. Pretty cool. What's not pretty cool? Jerry Jones and the Micah Parsons saga. Now, apparently, Tom Downey reported, I don't know, a day or two ago, that Sean Sharif on 105.3 said that the Cowboys, somebody inside the organization, said they've had enough of his attitude or something. Come on. Why do we do this? We dog on Trayvon Diggs when he's hurt, when he's up, contract issue. We did it to Dak. They did it to Zeke. Did it to C.D. Lamb. Doing it to Michael. Why? Why? It serves nobody. These guys have done nothing but play and do their best. Apparently, Joe Milton has an 8-letter response. Who cares? Joe Milton. I don't worry about Joe Milton. I'll be surprised you even make the team. Well, probably will, because we got no other choices. Wow. I mean, they've just let this spiral out of control. And look, it'd be one thing if you're like Howie Roseman and you were like Jerry in the 90s, where he was a gambler. Yeah, he was a Texas oil man that was gambling and making money and he'd come in, and first thing he does is fire Tom Landry, pisses everybody off. And then he goes and he trades their best player, not even questionable, on the whole team. Offense, defense, special teams, doesn't matter. Herschel Walker to the Vikings for what was called the Great Train Robbery. Brings in Jimmy Johnson, college coach. Very unpopular, very feisty. And what do they get out of it? Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, and numerous others. Also net some Nate Newton eventually, and then these other guys. And what happens? They go to playoffs every year. They win 3 Super Bowls, 2 with Jimmy, and then Barry Switzer gets lucky and wins another one. They could have won 2 more at least if they kept Jimmy. He left in 94. And we couldn't beat the 49ers, bring Deion over. And we beat the 49ers, and we go to the Super Bowl and win it. And then it's just downhill from there. And he hasn't really done... He's not the gambler he used to be. He's just kind of sit back and just kind of play it safe. So... Jerry would have had this wrapped up before this year. The old Jerry Jones. We would have paid $28 million. And we would have had Micah Parsons. But now Jerry waits and thinks he's going to get a deal, and then like Amari Cooper, you'd give a first-round pick to the Raiders. And you get tired of Amari Cooper. You don't want him. You want to trade him. So what do? We dog on him. Oh, he's not that good. And we get a 5th round, and then he goes and balls out for Cleveland. The Browns, of all people. Couldn't hit water if they fell off a boat. I mean, I don't get it. Now he's blaming the agent for Micah Parsons. Very unnecessary. You got the Falcons tonight. What are you looking for tonight? You're looking for anything positive besides a play or two from Joe Milton. Anything that could show that maybe the next 3 or 4 years he might be a backup. Looking for anything because he just sucks. Maybe something from Will Greer, which I'm not expecting. You're looking for any... Deuce Vaughn might make the roster because of special teams. Phil Maffa might actually be the odd man out, unfortunately. You're looking for him to maybe have a big game. Miles Sanders, can he crack the roster or a practice squad or something? And what I'll do is I'll go in with my locks for this team. Who I think are the locks. Let's see. I'll give you my locks. Who will make the team, or who will at least be team, practice squad, or whatever. As far as quarterbacks, Dak Prescott is the only lock. The only way Joe Milton and Will Greer make it, either one of them, is if they have no other options. I think there will be options, but I guess I'll give the edge to Joe Milton because he's younger and he can run and all that, but he's not a lock in my opinion, unless there's no other option. Running back, the locks, Hunter Luepke, Jaden Blue, and Javonte Williams. Maffa hasn't shown enough. I like him. Malik Davis hasn't done enough. Miles Sanders and Deuce Vaughn are all question marks. Receivers, the locks, CeeDee Lamb, Mingo's injured reserve right now, Pickens, and Turpin. You could question mark Jalen Tolbert. You could question mark Josh Kelly. I would love to. I hope we don't get rid of Trayshawn Holden. It'd be stupid, but I don't know. Ryan Flournoy, I'm not sure. I think he makes the team. He's shown me enough. Jalen Brooks, too many questions. And Jalen Cropper, I don't know. Question marks. Tight ends, locks, Jake Ferguson. Princeton fans done. Rivaldo Fairweather, maybe you try to stash him on the practice squad. Tyler Never, haven't seen enough of him. Brevin Spanford, maybe. Schoonmaker, I would give the edge to. And John Stevens Jr. is always hurt. So, offensive line, my locks, Cooper Beebe. I think Hoffman, Bass, Tyler Booker, Tyler Smith, Hakeem Adeniji, Tyler Guyton, Terrence Steele, and Nate Thomas. Seam Richards, question mark, don't know. Johnny Cornelius, I would love for him to make it over Hakeem Adeniji, but they might go with the veteran. Lyle Collins, I don't know. Nick Brucker, probably practice squad, but he could make it. He hadn't been here long enough. Doesn't seem like so. Defensive line, I think I like to see Ernest Brown stay. I think he's done good in the preseason. Fowler is a lock, but Brown's not a lock. Fowler, Ezekaru, Nealon, Parsons, all locks. Sam Williams, don't know. Tyrus Wheat, Peyton Turner, Ernest Brown, question marks. I don't know how many defensive ends they're going to keep. Locks at the defensive tackle, probably going to be Solomon Thomas, Oso Digazua, Perry and Winfrey. I'd give the edge to Jay Toya over Mozzie Smith. The only issue with Jay Toya is he gets gassed in the later part of the game. If he can get his conditioning right, he's a beast. Mozzie Smith's not horrible, but maybe they keep him one more year. Dixon, Akinbasati, whatever. I don't know. Probably practice squad guys. Linebackers, the locks are Damone Clark, James Houston, in my opinion, Shamar James, Maurice Leafu, Kenneth Murray, Overshown still hurt, so he doesn't count, and Jack Sanborn. Buddy Johnson, don't know, Darius Harris, and Justin Barron. Barron I'd try to stash on the practice squad if I could. I think he has the most upside, and he's a younger guy. Yeah. Corners, locks to make the team right now besides injury. Bland, Booth. I would take Childress, Elam. And that's it. Because the other guys are not healthy. I'd keep Robert Rochelle too, but I don't know if he makes it. Locks for the safety position, Malik Hooker, Donovan Wilson. And Israel McQuamu, I think he'll stay because he can play safety and corner. So I think he's a lock. Elijah Clark is hurt. I don't know. Mike Smith Jr. hasn't showed up. Wanye Thomas has been disappointing. So we'll see. And, of course, Aubrey, Anger, and Sieg are going to be locks. And Rob Jones on injured reserve. So those are my locks. Those are my thoughts on the Micah Parsons and all that. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, comment, share, notifications. We'll do the 53-man when it comes out. I'm not going to predict that because there are going to be some surprises, and I'm probably going to be ticked off at some of the people that get cut and don't make it. Holden, I'm afraid, is going to be one of them, and probably Jay Toya. And there might be some other surprises. Hope not, but I don't trust the front office that much. So we will see. See who else we pick up maybe from other teams and put on our squad. Maybe Matt Eberflus has somebody in mind, or Schottenheimer has somebody we don't know about on another team that gets cut. And they're like, hey, I want that guy, and bring him in, and he's on the team. So we'll see. Anyway, guys, I hope to God that by the end of the weekend we don't have Joe Milton and Will Greer on our team anymore. I'm done with it. I mean, I'd stash maybe Milton on the practice squad maybe, but I don't want him backing up Dak because, of course, then I'm going to kind of do because if he plays significant time or Will Greer, we're going to have a top 5 draft pick. So, anyway, guys, once we hit 100 doing a free giveaway, love y'all. Peace out.